Well, the Bills' big win over Baltimore put them on the road to the Super Bowl, on the road to Kansas City this weekend. Plenty of fans will be wanting to follow the Bills to KC to see the team get to the Super Bowl. Finally, Elizabeth Carey from AAA is here to talk a little bit about that trip. So let's talk a little bit about what is offered right now by AAA. Time is of the essence, I'm assuming, right?
It really is. We don't have a group trip going because there was just too fast to try and turn that around, and flights are kind of hard to come by. They're very expensive. But if people came to AAA, we can get people there, or people can plan a trip on their own. But the first thing you're going to want to think about is how much you want to invest in this, because there's no direct flights from Buffalo to Kansas City. You have to take a connecting flight. It's about $1,000 round trip for the cheapest tickets right now.
And that seems to be what it kind of has been, especially when we're talking about a week or less out. There are other options, I suppose. It's what, a 14, 15-hour drive?
Yeah, about 14 hours. Okay, about 968 miles from Highmark Stadium to Arrowhead Stadium. You know the Bills Mafia are going to do this.
True.
Carpool, a bunch of people, split the cost in gas. It's going to cost about $100 each way. You get a few people in a van, you split that. It's your best economical way if you have the time on your hands to drive that far.
Hopefully the windows go down in that van if we've got a bunch of people rolling across the country, I think. All right, let's talk about hotels. We have been, Channel 4 has sent us the past several years to Kansas City, so we're familiar with the hotels sort of in the downtown and even outside. Lots of really affordable options.
Yeah, a lot downtown and near the airport. Any different price point you can think of. $120 a night, $200 a night. There's just limited hotels right around the stadium, so those are like 400 or more a night are sold out. So you're going to want to stay downtown or near the airport and then transfer in or drive into the game.
How about any tips for folks who might be going to KC for the first time? There are plenty of places to go in terms of barbecue joints, and Bills Mafia, as you mentioned, travel well. I mean, I know where some of the spots are already in KC where people would just be mobbed with Bills fans.
Yeah, there's a couple, Bills backers bars.
Yes.
So people will definitely be going there. I'm sure they'll bring in some Labatt's and chicken wings and the hometown favorites. But you have to have the Kansas City barbecue. That's part of the thing we're seeing with travel. People going to different destinations, but food is a huge part of it. Everyone becomes a foodie and wants to try all the different dishes. Always
really, really good there in KC. And you really can't go wrong. There are so many different, be it a local or a chain or what have you. I don't know. We ate lots of barbecue every year, and it was so fantastic. The other thing is this, of course, we're talking about the game. That's the main event. I want to say something before I ask you the question about cost. KC fans could not have been nicer. Each and every time we have been in town, we went to both games. We were there for 13 seconds. Every single time we walked into that stadium, we were really well received by Chiefs fans.
That's nice. There should be a camaraderie, along with a rivalry on the field.
Oh, yeah.
But the fans, you got to welcome them in. You tease them a little bit. I'm sure they'll give a few boos. All in good fun.
Good fun. How about tickets for the game? It's going to be sold out, I imagine. Again, the longer you wait, probably the more expensive it gets.
Yeah, but sometimes you never know. Depending on the weather, some might drop. People might decide to sell, but you probably shouldn't travel all the way there unless you know to the game. You don't want to miss out on that. But a lot of different websites, including like AAA.com/tickets, selling tickets. They're about $300-400 last time I checked earlier today. They could go up from their limited availability, or you never know. Some people might change their minds and you get some cheaper ones.
AAA does not have a group trip that is organized, but if folks need more information, I imagine you guys have it on your website as well.
Oh, yeah. And AAA.com/travel. The travel agents can absolutely get you there. Might cost you a little bit. Some people saying maybe I'll save my money for the next game in New Orleans. I don't know. We'll see. Don't want to jinx anything.
Let me get a preview. If you're talking about it, are there things already in the works, potentially, if the Bills continue to move on?
Yeah, we're not going to do a group trip for that.
Okay.
So don't hold your breath for that one. The reason being, there is no big blocks of hotel rooms available. They're all taken up.
Wow.
So there's a lot of individual rooms, and we can get small groups there or individuals there. But to have a big group trip and everyone stay at the same hotel, there was just nothing left.
We're not jinxing it, but it is something to perhaps think about. It's nice to be in that position to think about it as well.
Right.
Elizabeth Carey from AAA. Elizabeth, thanks for being here.
Sure. Go Bills.